And if I go into this discussions area, I'll see that I have Module 1 forum, and then within that forum I have a few different discussion topics. Alright, so let's go ahead and create a new forum. So I'm going to go ahead and click New up at the top, and then click New Forum. Now note you have to have, as I mentioned before, at least one forum in order to have your topic. So I'm going to create a Module 2 forum. And down below I have a few different options for this entire forum. I could give it a description, but in my case I don't want to do that. I'm going to leave that blank. Down below that space you have your options. Allow anonymous posts for all of your topics that are going to go in this forum. A moderator must approve individual posts before they display in the forum for all of the topics that are going to be in this forum. So I'm not going to check either of those, but those options are there and available to you. Should you ever wonder more about these items that are here, you can always click on this little question mark that appears at the end here. And when you do that, a little pop-up is going to pop out and it'll tell you a little bit more about that particular item. Heading down to availability, now note this is our forum. So I'm going to make sure that my forum is always visible, but if you wanted to hide your forum, your folder, your category of all of the topics that are inside of that forum, you can do that. And you can, set a specific date range or hide it for now. Another thing you can do is adjust your locking options. Your locking options is, if your availability, your visibility is seeing it and actually hiding the forum, your locking options are the interaction. So where students may be able to see it, they may not be able to interact, post, or reply within, except for within a specific date range. So now that I've set up, and I'm just going to leave that unlocked as well, now that I've set up my forum the way I would like it in this particular tab, the one thing to note is that there is another tab up at the top that I could move on to more information. That includes release conditions and also group restrictions. Please see other tutorials about that. So now that I've taken a look at all of those areas, I'm going to go ahead and save and add a topic. Now when I do that, you can see that a forum is already selected for me, so that's great. What I actually want to do is name this Module 2 topic so that we could see the difference. Now, where we didn't add a description for our forum, I do want to do that with our topic because this is the actual discussion. So you can click on this box space, or you can go ahead and click on the little pencil icon, and then you get this space to enter in information. You can always expand it by grabbing the bottom right hand corner, or you can also click on the maximize screen, the toggle full screen button here down at the bottom right hand corner. Now I want to go ahead and enter in my information. Once we've entered in a little bit of information here, you could see that you have a few other options here on the toolbar. If you'd like to take advantage of them, you can go ahead and insert an image. You can also insert a quick link to an item that's already inside of the course. So I'm just going to browse using that button to content, and I'm going to go to Module 1, and I'm going to go to Submodule 1 and select the file that I'm referring to. So that grabs the file and puts a link in here so that it links directly to that file. So if students were like, oh, what was that article I was supposed to read? You can include a link right in here for it. You can also choose to insert stuff. So within your Dropbox, if you'd like to include an image from Flickr or a video from YouTube, you can do that as well. So once we're done filling in our Module 2 topic, and I'm sure that your topics are much more interesting, I'm just going to scroll down to the bottom and note we have some more options again. So this is regarding the topic itself. We're not talking about the forum full of topics, we're just talking about this individual topic. So we could choose to allow anonymous posts on this particular topic, or we could make it so that a moderator must approve before they display in the topic, or we could make it so that users must start a thread before they can read or reply to any of the other threads that are within this topic. So any of those options you may choose to take up. as far as the availability goes, you probably on a topic would like to set the locking options. Maybe you don't want to set the availability. Or you could set the availability, the visibility of the item itself. So do you want the item to be visible? I would say, yep, topic is always visible unless you're still working on it, unless you're still tweaking some of the information in it. And then in that case you might want to hide it or only make it visible for a specific date range. But one of the cool things in Desire to Learn is it makes it easy for you to display it so that students can kind of get prepared for it, and then lock the actual interaction between a certain date range. So I'm going to go ahead and unlock mine for next week, and at this point it's next week. This video will probably quickly become dated. And yep, I can make it 14th through the 17th, which isn't a whole lot of time, but that's what they got. And I can also choose to display this in the calendar. So when I'm done, I'm just going to scroll up to the top and start moving along to the other areas here. Now, as I mentioned, we're going to have other tutorials on release conditions and group restrictions, so please feel free to come back to the space after you watch those videos. Also, we're going to be talking about assessment in a few of our other videos, how to add a discussion Dropbox or a quiz to a grade book item. And so you'll be able to create a new grade item after watching those videos as well. There's also objectives. Another set of videos is going to be coming up about those, and if you'd like to utilize objectives on your content items, then please go ahead and watch that video and then come back. So once I'm done, I can go ahead and click Save and Close because I'm done. And I'm just going to scroll on down and take a look. So let's take a look at what we've created here. We have a Module 2 forum. So all of my discussion topics for that particular forum are going to go in here, and I have a Module 2 topic that's created. Now once I've done that, you could see that down below I see the text, tell me what you think, and read this item, and it also tells me and the students that it's unlocked between a certain range. So they could see this, they could see it, but they can't actually click on it and access it until this date range. So it tells them right up front. Alright, so this was how you create a discussion topic and forum within the discussion space itself.